Okay, y'all. Oh my god, I'm about to get on my soapbox. Let me get a drink. Okay, now, most of us who have worked from home for some time, you know the rules. Okay, and this is another one of these don't do this sort of thing videos. So, I'm going to read you the post that I found online. Can I ask, can I just question something? She says. Why are work from home jobs so strict? Like as we see, it's a lot of single or married stay at home moms and dads who need that extra income. I have a 4-month-old baby boy and I can't afford daycare or childcare. I do have a job, but it's stressful because I still have a baby to take care of, but I need the money. We can't just sit and twiddle our thumbs because we still have bills, kids, doctors, etc. to pay for. Why be so strict is all I'm asking. At least give a bit of grace because we're hard workers and we just need a bit of help. On the surface, not a bad post, okay? But I want to kind of bring in some of the comments that were done. Um, I'm going to start with mine. So, unfortunately, work is not a social service. You are being paid for 100% of your time on the clock. It is not work. It is not It is for work, not childcare. If you need to work while taking care of your child, try a daycare or an after school program where you can bring your child. When you take 5 minutes, it causes workflow issues each time with call distribution and a call center situation. It is not fair to your coworkers. So, here's another one. It is hard because I see both sides. It is not unreasonable for employers to expect you to have childcare. If you were working in an office setting, you would not be able to bring your child. A work from home job is still a job at the end of the day, unfortunately, and as your employer, they're allowed to have expectations. Work is work for a reason. Work is not fun and games. They are paying you for your time. I have worked from home before. My husband is still work from home full time, and we never use company time for child rearing. Yes, a work from home job gives us flexibility on sick days or when daycares are closed, but it should not be every single day. And then there was another post somebody had posted that they haven't had a job. They're looking at for 1099 positions. They haven't had a job in some time. And one of the companies, NextRep, has a low paying job. Excuse me just a minute. See, I do that all on camera. Don't even pause the video. NextRep had a low paying client. It was definitely low paying. But they didn't have a job. And it was pointed out to them, you know, that amount of money is better than $0 an hour, and it's easier to find a job when you have a job. For whatever reason, that's true. But there was still a lot of pushback. Please understand, you're not driving there. You're not wearing fancy office clothes. No gas. No out of home meals that cost more money. Your time that you're saving and traveling to and from the job. So, yeah, take that into consideration. Plus, having flexibility to schedule your own time with a 1099. And, yeah, you got to take that all into consideration. Of course, we all want very good paying jobs. We want the 15, 16 or more dollars an hour that are out there. But if you have not worked, just work. Put some money coming in. You know me and diversification and how much I have definitely stressed that over these past 2 years. You have got to absolutely positively got to make sure you have some income coming in. Something is better than nothing. I would rather you work 11, 12, 13, 14, $15 an hour while looking for a bigger job. You can always job hop, it happens. than to have nothing and to hold out for that miracle unicorn job that lets you work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 to 5, Tuesday, Thursday, 10 to 3, Saturdays, 10 to 5, but off on, all your birthdays and child sick days and stuff. There are no unicorn jobs like that. Um, but definitely use some common sense. This is work. Nobody dreams of work. There's no dream job. There's dream careers, but there's no dream job per se. Some of us are very lucky to work at jobs that are very, very good and are very paid decent. Like I said, my friend who works over at Live Ops, she works for one client and is clearing over 2,000 a month. One client. I've got friends who are with a mix of W-2 and 1099 clearing the same amount of money, and how they handle their schedules around their families is beautiful. But they had to work it, and they had to find it, and it took a while. So, please don't do childcare or get work from home, either 1099 or W-2. I understand childcare is expensive. I understand it is not an option in all places. But if you can't afford childcare, can you afford to work from home? Maybe something very part-time. Try a part-time 1099. Again, NextRep has some clients that only need 15 hours a week. That'll still allow you to balance work and be attentive at work and childcare. So if you know you have to attend to your littles, if you know you have an aged parent or sick relative or spouse that lives with you that you are providing home care for, feel free to work a part-time job. Maybe your spouse is off on the weekends, you can work Saturdays and Sundays. Maybe you can work, it doesn't necessarily have to be chat, but direct interactions, they had temporary seasonal 1099 position that was 24/7. You can work while the babies are asleep. You have to be smart about what you accept. You just do, and this is entirely on you to do that. I'm not calling out these posts to make these people feel embarrassed, but this is a consensus of a subsection of the work from home population. Work is not a social service. There are expectations, and that has to be met irregardless of the childcare. So, put the babies down for a nap, put them in a playpen with some toys and some snacks and some TV. Do what you gotta do. May not be what you want to do, but do what you gotta do if you're going to be working those hours. You owe it to your employer to stay employed. Okay, because when they hear that background noise, you're not going to be employed. Some people are a little more considerate of that, but if you are in a call center, there usually is zero tolerance for it. You'll get maybe one warning about your background noise. You'll get upset because it's your child asking a question or needing a nappy change. And then you're no job, and oh, by the way, I have no job because I have no childcare, because I have no job, because you get into that tunnel thinking. So don't do that. You have got to handle your childcare. If you do not have, here's an example of what you can do. You're not the only one working, and you're not the only one working from home in your neighborhood. Very likely. Okay? Get with the other mommies and me on Facebook or the local Facebook groups for your community and trade off days where you're taking care of the kids. And on the day that it's your turn to take care of the kids, don't work. Just don't work that day. And work 4 days and then a Saturday. And you're like, oh my God, I don't trust anybody with my children. You'll be trusting public schools with your children very, very soon, and they're total strangers that you cannot vet. Mommy and me, you can get together for a cup of coffee or tea or whatever, and get to know each other and vet each other. But it doesn't, I understand the concern, but it doesn't fly in the face of reality. You absolutely, positively will be handing your child off to strangers when they go to school, when they go to daycare, when they go to after school programs. At least when you're vetting a mommy and me group, you are actually choosing, is this good for me and my family? Is this a good match? So that is kind of where we're at with all that, my little rant for the day. But anyways, thank you for listening. My name is Becky, and I will see you next time.